Well, thank you for joining us at Vanderbilt University Libraries to talk about your book loves. Could you tell us how you came to know the library and where you are in your undergraduate process?
Hello, I'm Sharonda Adams. I am a sophomore in the class of 2021, and I found out about the library on my first tour here. I just came in, I had to see the library, make sure it was going to be, a nice place for me to come to all 4 years here. And I actually got involved with the library by becoming a Buchanan Fellow. It was a wonderful opportunity that I just completed this spring.
Thank you. Well, Laura Miller writes that the first book we fall in love with shapes us every bit as much as the first person we fall in love with. And those attachments may affect choices that we make as adults. And as you talk to us about your book loves, we'll be excited to hear how you made those choices. Sharonda, what was the first book you fell in love with?
So the quote's actually really funny because up until the 5th grade, I hated reading. Like, I really hated it. I picked on people who read, not like to their face, but like in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's so lame, da 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 da. I was just really ignorant about reading. And then this guy I liked, Nathan, I won't say the last name actually, so this guy I liked, when I was in 5th grade, he had picked up a book and showed it to me, and he was like, this is my favorite book, you should read it. And instead of, saying no because I didn't like books, I took it because I wanted to impress him. And so that book was Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, and that was like a really big fandom of the time. And I became obsessed with Greek mythology, and then from there, all types of mythology, and then now I'm just obsessed with fiction in general, and fantasy, Game of Thrones.
What made Riordan's books and Percy Jackson so special to you?
So I think that before Percy Jackson, no one had really gotten into mythology because, as a 5th grader, you don't know anything. You don't even know the states yet. So, no one knew mythology, and Rick Riordan just made it so interesting by having, demigods go on these wonderful adventures. And I think we just, 5th graders, everyone really, because middle schoolers read the book too, but everyone just wanted to be a demigod and have those mythical powers. It was just a really nice adventure world like Harry Potter, but with new mythology that we didn't know yet.
Have you reread it? And if you have, how do you feel about it now?
So I reread it before the first movie came out, and we don't really, no one wants to talk about the first movie. It was really bad. So I don't remember when that was, but because I read it, my second reread was so long ago, I don't know what I felt about it, but I'm sure I was still very much in love because I still love Percy Jackson.
Is there a book that captured your imagination before college, maybe in high school?
Ooh, so captured my imagination, I'm not sure, but I was very obsessed with A Song of Ice and Fire, which is, the books that Game of Thrones are based on. And I learned Dothraki, which is really embarrassing. I read the series 4 times. I was really obsessed. And funny story is, I'm actually not watching the TV show anymore because it went too far off the books, and it got to the point where I was freaking out because I didn't know what was going to happen. So hopefully I'll be able to catch up before the ultimate finale. But yes, so definitely A Song of Ice and Fire.
Is there a book that set you on your path here at Vanderbilt or in getting you interested in your major?
So I wouldn't say that there's a book that got me interested in my major, Law, History, and Society, because I just really love history, and I have read a lot of historical romance, but I don't think it's influenced my choice to pursue history, but it's definitely been a great genre for me to explore in.
You said you're a medicine, law, health, and society major.
Law, history, and society.
Law, history, and society. Okay. If you're a law, history, and society major, is there a book that's influenced you at all in that area of study?
Yeah. So I'm in a Barack Obama class. Just finished. Took the final. It's over. I'm very sad about that. But it was a wonderful class, and we read The Audacity of Hope, Dreams of My Father. We read a biography about Michelle Obama and Ann Dunham, who's Obama's mom. So Michelle Obama's biography was very eye-opening just because I relate to her and her struggles as a Black woman from a poor background, and just her desire to be more than what people expected of her. So that book really helped me, not only personally, but just to be able to talk about my problems in a way that's can be understood by more than just someone in my similar background. So wonderful book. I would definitely recommend it. It's by Peter Slevin, called Michelle Obama, A Life. So it's a really good book.
Great, thank you. Is there a book you like to share with friends and family?
So not really. My family and I have very different tastes. I don't really want them reading my, fantasy books and my, teen fiction. So I don't really have a book that I'll share with people a lot.
Is there a book that you remember that was a gift book that someone gave you?
So, my friend in early high school gave me a book called City of Bones, which is a teen fiction book. It got really popular. There was a movie that again failed, like many movies do when they're from books. But then there was a TV show that's I think actually still going on. So City of Bones was a really good read. It combined the supernatural elements with some love story. I really liked it.
Great. Well, thank you for sharing your book loves with us.
Thank you.